It's cool.
So those parts of a quilt?
Yeah, I'll put it together and give it to somebody down the road.
Oh my gosh. Are you ready for this?
You ready? Okay, give me.
Everybody turn your things on.
Oh, we're on.
We're live.
Isn't it supposed to be green?
No.
No.
Oh, it's red. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, hi. Welcome to the Yountville Arts Commission on May 6th. Hillary, would you please call the roll?
Commissioner Dorenbecker,
Here.
Commissioner Lay,
Present.
Commissioner Hudson,
Here.
Vice Chair Caption,
Here.
Chair Share,
Here. And Commissioner Resnick is here too.
oh my gosh, and Commissioner Resnick.
Here.
Thank you.
There's always something with you. Anyway. $18 for that omission, just so I could do that. All right. Would you please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance?
I love doing that.
I'm sure you've all gone through the agenda. Is there a motion to adopt?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. And approval of the minutes. I read through them. I didn't see anything. Did you, Jeffrey?
I move we approve the minutes as written.
I'll second that too.
All in favor of approving the minutes as presented?
Aye.
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 Are there any noes? Motion carries. Hillary and Samantha, are any public comments, or
No public comment,
are we expecting anyone tonight?
not to my knowledge.
Art Fund report, Sam?
Yes, so in your packet was the monthly financial statement as of March 31st, so end of March, and no real surprises there. A lot of our activity for expenses is going out now around Art Sip and Stroll, as well as the revenue coming in around Art Sip and Stroll. So we won't see ticket sales revenue until after the event. So the revenue that you do see is from the artist booths. And then no other changes currently under art sales revenue or commissions going out. And then the public art fee fund, the restricted fund, is also current at $8,600 in that account. And then we've had no change to the Town of Yountville Community Foundation.
Which is around 30?
For some reason, I just saw that it's not on there. It's actually, I think, 50. We're right around 50,000.
50?
Yeah, I think we were at 60, and then we moved 10. So
Yeah, that sounds right.
That's great. I went back to try to find it. I couldn't find it. So, great. Thank you. Is that- any
There's more since I
questions?
sit on that committee now instead of you, Rhonda. Just kidding.
Are you mumbling?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay. Art Walk Subcommittee, good news. A sale I've been working on finally came through.
Oh,
It's for dancing butterflies. It's the sculpture itself is going to stay here.
Oh, really?
These people, particularly her, fell in love with it. They're from New Jersey, and it's taken about a month to get it together. But it's going to be for the interior of this room they just added, and it's beautiful. Peter's going to do it, and Peter's going to drive it out and install it.
Wow.
So,
So if, am I understanding correctly, the one that we have is remaining, but he's making a duplicate or similar something? Okay.
different, but yes, the
Ah.
same. And so
So a win-win for us.
was,
Yeah.
yep, absolutely. And we'll get the full commission because I've been involved in it, and it came through me. So Peter's happy, and everything is.
Everybody's
good.
happy.
Everybody's happy.
Wow.
And I'd just like to make a comment about that. I know everyone here is aware of the work that Rhonda puts in to the
Really?
Art Walk,
Really?
but I think something that's really important that I would like the public to know also is that Rhonda's background in the arts, in sales, and having a gallery, we have someone who is dedicated to each piece on our Art Walk to make a sale, to make sure it's handled properly, to know what she's talking about. And you're really special, and we're so fortunate to have you, and the amount of work that goes into these things, because it was a while ago Rhonda says, well, I have a little something going on, and she really knows how to make it work.
Thank you, Nora.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
That's awesome.
Thank you. It's,
Yeah.
it's fun to work with clients, and these people are really nice. It just took a while, given the complexity of it, but works. It's working.
Good.
And hopefully we'll get the deposit. The time change is working against us a little bit, and she has jury duty, but she acknowledged the plan, and so I'm sure we'll.
Well, and how fun for the people that are commissioning to have one made, that they actually have the artist delivering it to them and everything. Like, that's all pretty cool.
And he's driving across country?
He's driving across.
That's
country.
amazing.
What?
Talk
Wow.
about dedication.
He is, and it just, sometimes things just work out.
And I would imagine many of you have seen, now that spring is here and the weather's beautiful and everybody's out and about again without umbrellas, there are so many people posing in front of all our sculptures and standing in front of them and talking about them.
ton.
It's unreal. There's
Yeah.
always groups around them, which is really nice.
Really fun to see.
Yeah.
So I'm going to use that as a segue to, is there anyone, Sam, that we could get to kind of brush up those sculptures? It would be nice if we could get them power washed. Short of that, just a blower on, get the leaves and the cobwebs.
Yeah, I'm working on it before Art Sip and Stroll.
Okay.
I don't think that they'll be power washed, but we'll try to get them cleaned up.
Yeah, they just, when it rains and the cobwebs,
Yeah.
that would be good.
Maybe
like
we
my
could have
back
people
patio.
adopt.
I know, spring cleaning, everything's.
I know.
spring
Maybe we
cleaning.
could have people adopt a sculpture
Well, I
to
started-
clean it, and we could give them a personalized Yountville Arts Swifter. They could get out there and take care of it on a regular. No, just like people take
I'd
litter
do it for a Swifter.
Yeah, we talked about that, I think, in the retreat. It just takes a bit, takes some
of organization. Yeah, I love that idea.
I do too, and I've looked up other sculpture walks. The ones that I've managed to find that have the adopted sculpture, their suggestion is that you go and plant flowers around the sculpture, and that's kind of the contribution that the people make. But
Not cleaning.
ours are on concrete pads for the most part.
Yeah.
So it kind of eliminates that. So I haven't found the right formula. But if anybody has suggestions on what we might offer someone who adopts a sculpture, recognition or a Swifter.
Might be cool to put it
I
in
think
the
it would be
in the newspapers. Like
Yeah,
I
just
got
that we're
adopted.
seeking volunteers
Like
if somebody wanted to, but
yeah, like
I
sidewalk
think-
judge. I was adopted by Jessup Sellers, or
Well, absolutely.
But I also suppose we'd have to be careful in the sense that, if people are going to be we don't want them applying, like cleanser or, what I mean, things on these sculptures, like they require special handling. So I would think
It's
we
true.
have to be
Or
careful.
God forbid
And in
falling
the,
while they're
yeah.
doing it.
In their application, we do ask for specifics on cleaning. And,
Do you have any references on your cleaning ability? No.
really. Some of them are just water, some of them you're
Yeah.
supposed to. And I have committed to using some bronze cleaner on the two of us because it's been, the bronze has been stained, so I'll get that done before our sip and stroll also. But, okay, other than those two things, that's all I have for the art walk. Cindy, gallery.
Well, I'll have to share good news, too. Andrea Cazeras had a great show, as most of you know, from the opening to the closing to everything in between, which she did a Divinity Circle event that was really successful. She sold eight pieces, right, Sam? And then she also commissioned 2 more, and then there was another sale, I think, that she'll kind of get through somebody that's an acquaintance of mine kind of connected the dots and approached me, and I got her in touch with Andrea. So I think she'll end up having 3 commissions. The commission that was for my friend is a bigger piece, which is great. So yeah, so that was really good news. Today, Rhonda, Jeffrey, and a little bit of me, but mostly Rhonda and Jeffrey helped, and Michael. Helped with hanging the Chris Camerata show, and it looks amazing.
Can't wait.
Oh, God. It's so cool, colorful.
Powerful when you walk in.
Yeah, and they're very grateful for everything that we're doing. We have amazing PR. They said that Chris said he's walking downtown Napa and people recognize him from all the publicity and marketing. So it's going to be a very cool opening, which is this Thursday.
Yeah.
And so that's happening. And then the rest is as follows. The only thing that I would ask all of you for since Art Sip and Stroll is coming up before our next meeting, is be on the lookout for, we have a few slots potentially for the next year, and we'll get together as a subcommittee to meet. So think about, Pamela Anderson, I think, is she coming to Art Sip and Stroll? Do you know?
No, her grandson is graduating.
Oh, okay. Well, just to say hello to her, but to find, when you're walking around Art Sip and Stroll, think about, who you might want to see in the gallery, and then bring it to one of us.
Okay.
And that's
Good
all.
point. Okay.
All right.
Thanks, Cindy. Jeffrey.
Well, thank you, Samantha, for putting us in such a formal presentation today. I didn't. She did this. I didn't.
No, I just cut and pasted it.
Yeah. Good. Anyway, things are continuing to happen. The bookmark story is we haven't received any because it won't open until the May 15th. But we're advertising is out. People are talking about it, and we'll trying to add the ones who won last year and the honorable mentions to the website so that people can pick it up there. I tried 2 different presentations for helping people, and no one showed up at either one. So I don't think we're going to do that next year. But I think people are probably more aware of it because of the number that submitted and others are talking about it. So I think that's going to be going pretty well. The improvisation, we held a final session on Tuesday, April 23rd, had about 40 people come, plus those, we had about 20 probably participating out of the group that came pretty consistently. 2 people drove from Petaluma every week just to participate with us, so it was very cool. They were excited to have it, and a lot of people are excited about doing another one. I haven't talked to Richard yet. But we're looking at possibility of doing another series in the fall, and then doing it maybe in the fall and the class in the spring, rather than so many all at once, which is not a good idea for me. The writing celebration class is doing well. We've had a few people travel and not always there, but we'll hold our celebration, the Heritage Room, on May 28th. Where people again will present probably 2 of their favorite, because we have a little smaller group. And so if you would like to attend and hear what people have been writing from this group, we're happy to have you there on the 28th, 5:30 to 7 in the Heritage Room. The third handwritten out loud will be held on June 9th from 4 to 6 they're planning to do it again in the courtyard as we did with the first one. which I think will be really nice. We have 7 people have submitted, number of 12 total submissions, but one of those will only use one of the 3 because they're longer short stories. And we don't have any music. We do have one song. So anyway, that will conclude on May 15th as well, but that's looking good so far, and we're reviewing those as we go, including one person from Handwritten who's reviewing those with us. We have the chapbook under process for the Art Sip and Stroll, 19 total pieces. And we're trying to include the art, although it's a lot, as I talked to Sam earlier, so we'll see how that goes. It's probably just as well we don't have one for every sculpture in terms of the chapbook. But what I'm most pleased is that 4 of these 19 are from students from Vintage High, where their teacher worked with them, and Marianne Lyon went over one day and helped them in terms of developing, and I think they're very fun and well done.
So Jeffrey,
Yes.
in your chapbook, describe what you're not going to have a picture of the sculpture.
We are going
You
to
are
try
gonna
to
have-
do that, and then the poem below that with the author below that. So we'll have
And then will the QR code be there too?
probably not.
Oh, I see.
No,
So the actual poem will be.
Yeah.
And Sam put together a Dropbox file with all the photographs of the sculptures that'll be helpful to you.
Helpful to Sam. She's putting it together, actually.
All right, then Sam, you'll be like,
Danielle.
okay, well, we have
Danielle,
that.
sorry.
Danielle's working on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yes, we have the images.
We have that now.
Yeah. And I've been using those actually to send them out to people and saying, would you write on this one or that one? Or here are some possibilities, et cetera, which helped. And not all of them are poems. 2 of them are little kind of more prose pieces that a local gentleman wrote, which is very fun. And I didn't really get to see if there's anything you wanted to add for the Rex Pickett piece, but do you want to add anything?
So,
else to add to
Sam,
that?
I was going to ask you, do you have an update on how many tickets we have sold so far?
We're at 0, but we
Okay.
haven't marketed it outside
Okay.
of the rec guide.
Okay.
So I think once we get past Art Sip and Stroll, we could
Yeah,
start planning for
perfect.
marketing
Okay.
of that.
So I guess the only update I have with regard to that event in particular was I went to the Coombsville AVA event at Copia a week or so ago, and I ran into John and Joy Caldwell from Caldwell Vineyards, and he was like, "What are you doing with the Arts Commission?" So we had a nice chat, and I was telling him about the Rex Pickett event and what we intended to do, and he was like, "I want to pour my Merlot."
Oh, fantastic.
So I'm pretty sure I've got him committed for that. I'm having lunch with him on Friday, so I'm going to make sure to remind him that he promised. So
Offered.
Yeah, I know, right? So, and then with regard to the movie, I have reached out to Rex's manager and invited him, if he's available, to come and introduce the movie. So we'll see. I haven't heard yet, but yeah.
It sounds great, PJ. Sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
A lot of,
Yeah.
a lot of involvement.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's going to be really good. I've heard, just people chatting about it out, around town because they've, seen the schedule and everything, and everybody seems excited.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And I think, to reiterate what Sam said, there's so much going on right now with the gallery opening and Art
Yeah,
Sip and
we
Stroll
have so
and-
much. That's plenty of time in the future. Yes.
Okay, good job.
That's all we have.
Okay, both of you, excellent. Okay, marketing. Noelle,
Well-
want to start?
We have had a busy month in marketing, all of us. That would be Sam and Marita and Rhonda, and I have also been very busy, so we've got a lot to report. Chris Camerata, I don't even know where to report him anymore because he's crossing over to every category. He's in Art Sip and Stroll, he's in Yountville Arts, he's in the gallery, but we've had so much success in marketing him. I believe you all saw the feature story in Napa Valley Life. It's no wonder that people are stopping him in the streets because his picture is showing up, and he's got more stories coming. He has a feature story coming in 6557, the summer issue. And by the way, Sam and I had a great call with the editor of that publication, and he really loves Yountville, and he's been really showing the love for us. More to come. And with Chris, we've got that. We've got more that I'll tell you about when we get to the proper category. Napa Valley Life is going to take art, sip, and stroll photos, and we'll put a paragraph and the photos in the summer edition coming up right after this spring edition. That'll probably be sometime in July. And also 6557 magazine will take our photos, and they'll put them in it's an article called, or a section called Scene Around, SCENE. And they'll have pictures, but I sent them our press release that we wrote, which is really much like an article, and they're going to take all that information and write an article, a short article to accompany the photos. So we'll have an article also in the summer edition on Art, Sip, and Stroll, and Chris, and let's see, the video and photo team, as Sam reported, is set for Art, Sip, and Stroll, and I'll be sure to get those photos, and we'll make sure to get them out to the publications for their summer editions as soon as we have them. And then Napa Valley Life will also put something front of magazine, actually, with that's what I reported on before, with those photos and with a commentary. And Rhonda, I'm going to let you talk about Marketplace, what's been going on there with Art, Sip, and Stroll.
Well, Sam and I can both give that report. We were scheduled with them to have a 2-page editorial and an ad. They ran the ad in May. They were to run it.
They ran in April.
They ran it in April, yeah. Forgive me. They were to run it in the May publication, and both of us got it over the weekend, and we have nothing. So we're both really disappointed. Sam has talked to, is she the owner? Yeah. Is she the owner? Do you want to tell us what she said?
Yeah, I mean, it was just an oversight, a mistake on their part. And so they're going to be sending out an email blast and then promoting it on their social media, and then giving us a 2-page spread in the future. So it's just unfortunate. Yeah.
It hurts us. It really does, because that was our big push. Mm-hmm. And I mean, who would think you had to call and say, by the way, you got my, it's been there. It's been in their hands for quite some time. Maybe that's the problem, Sam. Maybe we should hit the deadline instead of ahead of time. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so that's the Marketplace news for it.
Okay. And then, Sam, do you want to share about Press Democrat?
Sure. So we've had a series of things happening with them. We have had some challenges, but mainly around our social media accounts and getting them access. So that's something I've been working on. But in the meantime, we are running our own paid Instagram and Facebook ads. So you may see them popping up. I see them come up. So we're trying to work around that. It's, I think that they're a little, they've grown a lot, especially I think once they've expanded. So, working through some bumps with them as well. And then, again, they're, saying, oh, but we can throw this in or throw that in. And so, we tweaked the print media that went out. I don't know if you get the Press Democrat, but yesterday in the Napa section, we had a print ad, but we tweaked that a little bit so that it's more visible for the next 3 that are running in both the general Press Democrat and then again in the Napa section. So, we're figuring it out. I feel like it's been a little bumpy, honestly, with the marketing.
But the good news is we've been spreading further out into we've been spreading out to new magazines, new publications, and when it's a new relationship, it's not always smooth sailing. But
we're paving the way so that hopefully down the road this will all be smooth sailing.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So in the meantime, and I brought some rack cards if anybody wants some. Wherever you go, take some rack cards And I don't mean just in Napa. We have to go down to Stanford on Wednesday. I'm going to take a bunch of rack cards.
They're a good marketplace.
They're a good marketplace. We just need to get the word out beyond Napa. I mean, Napa's going to help support us for sure, and Yountville, of course, or Napa Valley. But we always count on those people coming in from the Bay Area. So,
And then we have that nice ad in 6557, which goes out to Carmel and to Monterey, so that's a whole other segment that's easily drivable for a weekend or
yeah,
a day.
boy, I hope we see something from that because that's fabulous.
Yeah.
Okay.
Back to me. Chamber's been showing us a lot of love. On April 12th, we got the video in one of their newsletters and a whole paragraph about Art Sip and Stroll. And then they put out an email blast on Saturday, April 20th with the video, with copy, with photos. It's been wonderful. And then, on top of that, Marita's been very busy with our local press. So do you want to share some of your successes, Marita?
I'd be happy to. So, first of all, I did want to comment that we had another Zoom meeting with the commissioners from the beginning of the commission. And so I'm working on that article. I've started to do some of the drafting for that. But in the meantime, I've reached out to some of my friends in TV, and I'm happy to say that well, Mark Ibanez is no longer in TV. He retired from Channel 2, but he has a segment on K-Vine called Mark's Remarks, and he's happy to promote us on that.
That's awesome.
And then today I had sent last week notes to Heather Holmes at Channel 2, Roberta Gonzalez at Channel 2, and Jessica Birch at Channel 5. And so fortunately today I heard from Heather Holmes. She's delighted to come. So she's going to come up here and be with us. And I was trying to figure out, I wanted to be very nonchalant, but I wanted some coverage from Channel 2. Well, my good friend Roberta Gonzalez is creating a spot, a public service announcement in the weather reports about Art Sip and Stroll.
Oh, that's awesome.
So,
Wow.
We're always talking about relationships, and this is Marita calling on some relationships, and we've
great.
worked hard on this before and gotten nowhere. And Marita, congratulations.
All right.
Sounds wonderful.
I've been working with Roberta Gonzalez for 20 years because she was a marathoner. So I worked with her for the Napa Valley Marathon, and she gave us a lot of press. So I did reach out to her today, or last week, and then she got back to me today, and she said, I told you I would do whatever you need anytime. So I'm so glad. And then I haven't been fortunate enough to hear yet from Jessica Birch, but I really want her to come because she does weather for Channel 5. She's a helicopter pilot, and she's really adorable and very nice. I have a feeling that I will, but it's very hard. I have not met her, but my husband's a helicopter pilot, was a helicopter pilot. Mm-hmm. So I wrote to her and sent her a picture of him in his office. He has helicopters everywhere, and told her, we were a big fan partly because of that, so please reach out. And then today I tried to get the phone number. It's really impossible to get through.
It is.
But I tried a different approach, and so I'll let you know if that happens before next week. Mm-hmm. I'll be working on that too. So, but I think it's a good thing to have them come if we can, because they'll fall in love with Yountville and the Art Sip and Stroll, and then next year it'll be easier to get, because once they start coming, more of them will come. Mm-hmm.
And once they have a sense of what it is, they'll have more of a sense of what to report. And if they send out a crew or whatever they do, it's all a win-win.
It's so fantastic, and we need it, we need it. So it's gonna be
And the
great.
broadcast reach is phenomenal. I mean, I can just see the weather being shared. It's a beautiful weekend in Napa Valley. And by the way, stop by Yountville Art Sip and Stroll. That reach is phenomenal.
Yeah, KTVU has the largest audience for news and weather. So that's very good that we got her. But
Oh, yeah.
I'd really like Channel 5 too, please.
So
She's adorable.
Yeah.
She is absolutely
Jessica
adorable.
Birch.
Yes.
the person, somebody is definitely coming, did you say?
Yeah.
Okay. This-
Yes, Heather
and then-
Holmes.
Heather Holmes. And she's,
She's an anchor, a news anchor on Channel 2.
Yeah.
oh, okay.
She's a-
Evenings,
So
like,
will
she's a pillar.
Been
somebody,
around for many years, yeah.
She came from New York originally.
so is there a plan to host her?
Well, I
somewhere?
said that I would be happy to host her. Of course, my husband horned in on that.
so to speak.
So we'll, I mean, are we going to comp her like a tasting
tasting package,
package?
yes.
And
Sam, what do you need
anything-
for this? If we have press contacts that we want to comp?
I just need to know ahead of time so I can have them on the will call list.
Oh,
so
great.
so those will be available on Will Call
Yeah.
for them. Yeah.
So anything beyond tasting package, do we want to entertain or? Like-
I don't think so, but I'll leave that up to you. We don't have a budget for that.
We don't have
What do you have in
Yeah, I
mind?
think that's
Oh, I
pretty
don't know.
entertaining.
a dinner?
At your house?
No. Did I answer that fast enough? I don't know. I mean, I'm just thinking.
Well, I'll
I'm just
tell you-
thinking, like, if it's or
That's also what the fam trips are for, when they're actually really hosted. This is really about Art Sip and Stroll, so
Right.
I think to get one or two complimentary tasting packages, it's an all-day event. It's just really delightful.
right.
And I think they're suitably taken care of and really will have a great day. And should they decide to stay, there's lots of places where they can dine at some of our food trucks.
Yeah.
There we go. You have a coupon for gift
No,
certificate.
no, it really, I'm
No,
dead serious.
no,
I'm not
yeah,
trying to
yeah,
be
yeah.
flip about it.
Right.
I think in exchange for coming, and we're offering a fantastic
Yes.
day.
Yes.
And I think keeping them out in the middle of it
Yeah.
is a great idea. So,
Yeah.
And the way Sam has it mapped out, there's plenty of places for people to sit and enjoy this time. Don't you think, Sam? More
That's
so
good.
than ever before.
That's good.
So, yeah.
So I do plan personally to take Roberta Gonzalez out because she's going to put us on the air.
Yeah.
So I'll be taking up a collection later. To treat her to something in this town.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah.
You should have started last year.
Anyway, so it's all good news.
That's all
Each of us
great
have good
news.
news.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
It's great.
Beautiful.
But wait, there's more. That was only covering Art Sip and Stroll. Yountville Arts overall, I believe everybody saw the 5 pages in Napa Valley Life, which was great, and included Chris again. A beautiful picture of him. And also what was wonderful is Napa Valley Life, they send out newsletters. I'm not sure if it's weekly or biweekly, but I actually thought Sam sent this out. It looked like it came from Yountville Arts. It was the whole Creativity Uncorked. And I said to Sam, it's so great you sent that whole article out. Thank you. She said, I didn't do that. And then we realized it was Napa Valley Life sending it out to their email list, which I'm sure is quite large. So that was really great. And of course, Sam or Danielle possibly sent out an email blast on April 22nd. That was really full of lots of great Yountville Arts information. Marita's already spoken about the art history project that she's working on. And we're ramping up as soon as Art Sip and Stroll is not ahead of us. We'll start working on Pride and the gallery show on the 17th with Chris. And it's actually the opening event for Yountville Pride Week, which is great. And then Tim and I supplied a Yountville Pride video that the town will use and also Yountville Arts will use. So it's really fun. It's from last year's event. And it's updated for this year, not with new footage, obviously, because the event hasn't happened yet, but we'll film again this year at some of the events. So then next year, we can have a refreshed video for Pride, which will be great. And Sam designed something beautiful for us. Danielle designed something beautiful for us.
Luke.
Oh, Luke! It was Luke who did it. Well, our newest and youngest member of the Yountville Arts Commission, graphic designer. And there it is. We have a Pride logo for that week, which will really be great. And Sam has generously shared with Whitney at the Chamber, so they'll have it for their marketing. And it's really beautiful.
Yeah,
He did a gorgeous job.
Perfect.
You realize you get credit for everything to start, Sam. Please thank him
Try to
from
push
all
it
of
up.
us. And I don't know if he's aware of that Pandora's box that he just opened, now that we know he's designing. He may run away, I hope not. But it's really beautiful, and please thank him for
Will
us.
there be a place where you talk more about the Pride celebration?
Yeah, yes.
Would you-
I don't know. Later, now? I can talk when
Whatever
you're
you
done.
like. We could stop right now.
No, it's okay.
And-
You can
and-
finish up.
I think there's just a little more. When we had our call with the editor of 6557, he was mentioning how much he loves youth. So we were thinking the Youth Art Show in December would be a great article for them. So I pitched him an article and wrote it all up and sent it in. And as you noted, maybe it's too early, but I'll follow up with it as we get closer to that edition. But I had the time, so I wrote it. I think we'll get coverage on that. And Sam brought up some really interesting points and things to talk about, like even how some of the teens who submit to the art, they're wondering, am I dabbling, or is there a career here for me? I mean, there was a lot of really good elements to a story. Cool. Thank you, Sam, that Sam brought to my attention and I included in the pitch material. So I think we'll probably get something in, I guess that would be probably the winter issue, which will be nice.
I'm sure it's late,
Noel?
but did you have the QR codes that
For-
the children recorded?
No, I mentioned it. Oh, no, but, no, this was,
Okay, never mind.
no, but I pitched that all along in the gallery, and I'm pretty sure I did pitch that, and I talked about how funny they were, and I actually commented on a couple of, I think, I called you, didn't I? I called Cindy because some of the things were so funny, and I wanted to see if we still had the audio bits, which sadly we do not, but Cindy remembered them, and then we just sort of sent them out more. Our take on what the kids said. That was pretty funny. I have to say, I laugh out loud
And
when I
that's the
think
cool
about
thing,
them.
I don't know if you've all noticed, but at the gallery openings, our alumni are coming, and the friendship show people are coming, and it's really cool because, especially I think with the youth one, that like real live artists were.
It's the camaraderie amongst the
Yeah.
artists now. It's
So it's
really
really a
building.
community, and
Yeah.
it's happening.
Definitely. And shout out to you because you have been all over that. And also Cindy had us all, I can't remember if we talked about this last week or not, but had us all re-record the audio for the art walk. And, that takes a lot of work. And first of all, you have to herd all of us, and then you have to do the work. So thank you.
I didn't really hear anything, but they were all acceptable. Okay, good.
It was pretty impressive, actually.
We all have additional
good radio
careers.
voices here. I mean, I know you're all ready for TV, but radio could be another path.
Noel, a quick question about the youth. Would they have any interest in two of our awards for the bookmark contest are going specifically to youth, and there'll be a separate category in submissions. Would that be of any interest? They'll be picked by September, early September.
If you can send me all the material, let's see, September would be, I have to look at their deadlines, but if you'll send me all of it, because I think it's fun, because even if it gets a shorter story or a bigger story,
Right.
it's youth. And
Yeah.
didn't you get that impression, Sam, that he was very taken with youth?
Okay.
A boys club and girls club, things
Yeah.
like that, so.
And I think he's really just looking for ways to make sure that there's like meaty and thoughtful editorial in the magazine, not just a lot of beautiful photos
Right,
and ads.
right.
So I think he's looking for creative ways to, grab people's interest
Well,
in there.
and also to expand their audience, loop these the youngsters in.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And their families. And
Right.
and also, I read the first, and Rhonda also did the first draft of the Yountville Art Walk story for the magazine, the summer edition, and it was just beautiful. It was a perfect blend of the art walk, what it's about, the history, how it's taken care of, and also, these pieces are all for sale, and it was titled Art of the Stroll, and Betsy Raynard did a beautiful job writing it, so we were very, very happy, and the rest of you will be surprised.
And we'll be surprised at what photos they run.
Oh, right, they are still, yes, we sent them that famous Dropbox with all the photos in it, and they'll be picking photos for it because they'll do a photo layout too, which is really nice. So that's coming out in the summer edition. I just talked about our Art Walk audio tour, and this is terrific. The San Luis Obispo Museum of Art has already reached out to Sam to book an art walk tour for November.
Oh.
And
Know
that
anybody down
you
there?
sent out the email, Sam.
I didn't remember that's who it was from. I was like, really? Oh, yeah.
14 to 18 people coming up here to tour our
Wow,
art walk.
all right.
We have another one. that
Cindy
came in
said
right
she
before
might be
that.
free.
Yeah, we had one right before that, and I'm waiting for her to confirm.
So, I mean, the word definitely is spreading all around about our art walk, so that's a wonderful thing. And Jeffrey struck another big one with literary arts and his improv classes. So do you want to talk about that fantastic article that came out?
No.
Yes, I want you to, please.
So Sam got contacted by a young woman who's just come here who loves improv, and so she ended up coming to our last kind of rehearsal, our last meeting, and then wrote a lovely article in the Napa Register. And
Great.
she didn't make it to the final, but if we do another one, I told her we'd let her know. Maybe she'll join and provide even a little more information up front about it, too.
It was a very personal article, too. It was very much about her love of improv and then how this affected her. And I think that was the beauty of the article. It wasn't just an informative, come here, you'll have fun, do you like this? It was like, this is personal to me, and I checked it out. I was looking for something, and you really...
And personal about Richard, too, because he spent some time
Yes.
with her after the class and talked with her about it. And so that was helpful, I think, too.
So
Another personal touch.
more
on it.
great stuff coming out of literary. Oh, we're firing on all cylinders right now.
So thank you, Samantha.
That's it for marketing.
Thank you.
You're
Thank you,
welcome.
Noelle.
Thank you
We
all.
we will track you in Europe. You will not get away from us. We will find you.
I will not be hiding. I will be there, but you can find me. You can't disappear when you have commitments to your own company and to your organizations. You can't just disappear for a long holiday and not be responsible for what you've started. So you can reach me.
This is true.
But please think about it before you do. I don't like the smile on all your faces. No, but honestly, I am available.
Probably.
All right. Excellent, as always. Awesome. I mean, you can't even put a value. I know it takes a huge amount of time. So, anyway, thank you. Thank
Of
you.
course.
And Marita,
Yes.
awesome. It's just,
Compared to how much Noelle does, it's like
No,
a drop in the bucket. But
I know how hard you worked on that because that was something I tried to do one year and it was so frustrating. So
But every piece contributes, too.
Yeah.
So it's not left up to just one person. and-
That's right.
And one set of relationships.
and it's not a hiccup. It's a big.
It's
That's
a-
a big thing.
it's a big
So-
thing.
Yeah.
Good,
Beautiful.
good, I'm glad.
So you'll keep us informed, or keep
Absolutely.
me informed if you need a chaperone, or if you need somebody, something.
Well, I'm sure I will want to,
She wants a chaperone for her husband.
Yes.
no, but I'll want to introduce you all to Heather as I'm walking around with you.
Yeah. Yeah. That'll be great.
And you can FaceTime me.
So,
I'm supposed to be away right now.
I know you are. I know you are.
but you're making good use of your time now.
Oh, that's true. I worked instead.
So, Are we all going to be here for Art Sip and Stroll?
I am,
am.
and my
I am.
sister's coming out to visit, so I'll have her with me too.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
That's great. We'll miss you, Noel.
Yes.
And 5 weeks, yeah. And I don't know if Judy's coming or not. Who knows? To Art Sip and Stroll?
Judy is not here.
Be out of town.
For Art Sip and Stroll?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so, thank you again, Noel. Performing arts, and Sam, maybe we could do Pride after that, and that, isn't it supposed to be performing arts and other? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we
I think it's
renamed
an
it.
other.
In other.
I know. So we filled our last slot for the summer concert series with the Jacob Benning Trio. And I have just a little bit of information on here. This was just what they provided, but they wield sweet, soulful vocal harmonies to pack a fullness into the simplicity of a trio inspired by early rock and roll. Bred from American roots music, this guitar-driven trio evokes nostalgia and danceability with the most iconic music from a variety of generations. Delicious blend of rock, pop, and country mixed with original music. This band lands perfectly with the widest of audiences. So, anyway, we listened to, several of their tracks, and they sound really nice, and I think they're going to be a great fit. So happy that we've got that last one filled. They're from, like, San Francisco area. Yeah, the North Bay.
They sound like everybody's going to have fun.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. I think they're like the Goldilocks, just right. Yeah. So yes, happy to have that one filled. And then, gosh, we already talked about Rex Pickett, so I don't have anything else there. But what is not listed here is our update on the Legacy Roundtable. So, wow, we've been trying to make some miracles happen, and so we have scheduled July 17th will be Mixologists of the Valley. We have so far landed Jim Foster and David Ryder, and we are still working on 2 other ones. We've got some inquiries out. If anyone has any contacts or suggestions, please do share them, because we're still trying to fill the bill on that. But the format for this one, we're going to have each of the bartenders submit a cocktail recipe, and we will get the fixings for that. And so at each table, then everybody will get a little sample of one of their cocktails. So that'll kind of be the theme of that for that evening. I think. I think that'll be a lot of fun that night, and a little bit of a departure from what we've done before with it being wine based. So.
Are they going to, each time they move, they're going to mix a new?
So I think it'll be fun. Looking forward to that one. Then on September 5th, we are working on another one, Artists of the Napa Valley. And we have so graciously have a commitment from Michael. So we are delighted for that. And gosh, I'm just thinking maybe Chris Camerata might be a great person that maybe we can tap into him, that he might be interested in participating, perhaps. And then I
think, if I may offer an opinion, I think you need people who have really been around. And I think I sent you a list of a few. Bev Wilson has been here for, yeah. And she might take a little extra effort,
okay.
but because she's kind of shy, and she's also been around. She's done a lot of stuff, and I know I sent you a couple others that are truly what you might think of as
Okay.
legends. Not, I thought it was very sweet of you to include Michael, but I mean there are some great artists. Even Diane Bartholomew, who's from Yountville. She's been around for ever. might have to harness her a little bit, but anyway, I think, personally, I think for all of these, you should stick to people who are really considered anchors in their field.
Then our last one is October 17th, Authors of the Napa Valley. And we have, of course, as we have reported before, Bonnie Meyer, the author of Perfectly Paired, The Love Affair Behind Silver Oak. And then we also have gotten a confirmation from Janet Fletcher. Yay. So yes, very excited. She has authored 30 books and has her weekly blog, Planet Cheese. So we're still working on a couple of other ones. We're working on Sarah Scott, who's the author of The Wild Table. So working on that, and still a couple of other ones. It's been tough getting people, but we feel like we're finally making some headway. We got a few more slots to fill, but just we're super happy that we were ultimately able to get 3 of these scheduled and coming to fruition. Thank goodness. Yeah.
Great job. It's a lot of work. You got a lot of moving parts
Right.
in those 3.
I know. So, yes. So every confidence, though, that these are going to come together. We just need to fill a couple more gaps, but we've got feelers out. But again, if anyone has any referrals of people that you can think of, please send them our way.
Okay. Good report. Good job.
Thank you.
Working. Okay, Sam, the Pride?
Yeah, so slowly working that through. Hopefully we'll have all the details tightened up to start really marketing it right after Art Sip and Stroll, but working with Jeff Durham and Joey Woolsey about providing some bites and wine from Gentleman Farmer and then their new business in downtown Napa. And they're really excited to partner. And then working on getting some live music and just really having Chris there again. And nothing, too over the top, just, kicking off Pride in the Gallery, allowing Chris another opportunity to, showcase his work and, show that Yountville Arts is excited and celebrating Pride in Yountville as well. So details are coming together. Hopefully I'm kind of waiting until we have the live music confirmed to really put that marketing together. So,
Are you doing the press, and are you taking care of all of that, or are they, or?
No, that would be us. Yeah.
What's the date?
It's June 17th.
Okay.
Monday, June 17th. So, yeah.
I would help. I don't
Okay.
have all the details.
Yeah, I don't have all the details yet either. So there's just a lot of things converging at once. So my goal is if we get it out the week after Art Sip and Stroll, that's about 4 weeks in advance. So a little less, but almost there. So push it out that way. We're already on the Chamber. The Chamber of Commerce has a Pride page for all the events happening in town, not just that week, but the whole month. June, and so we're on that. And then there's also a valley-wide Napa Valley Pride website that's being finished, and then our events will be listed on there as well. So,
I would think Jeff and Joey, I'm sure they have a website for their businesses. So.
yeah. So we're just, again, just waiting on those final pieces and then be able to pull it together for marketing.
If you need anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
How was Monday? How is Monday decided?
So that is the first day of Yountville's week that we've kind of coined it, Yountville's week, Pride Week. So the chamber's really pushing businesses to get involved, like for a week long thing. So Monday is the thing for the gallery, and then there's kind of something happening every day. So
It's kind of fun. It's different.
yeah. They were just looking for how do we kick off this week, and I thought this is a great, way to just get more exposure in the gallery. And Jeff was really excited about partnering, which makes it easy on us. So it's pretty simple for us in the big scheme of things, just opening up the space.
Is there a time set for that?
The
event
normal
on
5:30 to 7.
Okay,
Yeah.
great, thank you.
So I have hearts. Sam
Oh, and the hearts piece as well. Yes.
So I don't know, I think we're going to get 12 of the big ones, I think she said, for VIPs, and if anybody wants any of these.
Oh, those are cool. These are beautiful. Okay.
And we're
Do
going
you
to
wanna
get
see these,
100,
Jeffrey?
100 total. And we haven't quite figured out how we're going to give them away, or what, we're not going to charge for them, but we'll have to do something kind of cool. I'm sure Janet might have, a big platter or something we could, Janice. So that's,
This is part of the Pride celebration?
yeah,
Oh, nice.
yep. Okay.
So this is Janice Adams, right?
Yeah.
She's an artist in Art Sip and Stroll, and we've been talking to her about the Hearts of Yountville in the future as well. So she was really excited to get involved.
She's really fun. She's so excited. It's very fun to work with her. So yeah, and those of us that are going to be here at Art Sip and Stroll will have the opportunity to see her booth and to enjoy her. Yeah. Okay. I know. Thanks, Sam.
Yep.
And do let us know what we can do.
Absolutely.
Mustard, of course, it's early for next year. Jessel had a meeting a couple of weeks ago. I think it's the 23rd. And there's a lot up in the air. Mainly, they're looking for money this year, and it hasn't settled down. So I don't have a lot to share. There's another meeting, I think, in June, more conversation about money. So not a lot to report right now. So Art Sip and Stroll, Sam, you have...
May I ask a question? The issue of finances, is the event with certainty going on, continuing on?
I'm sure it will.
It's just how much marketing and additional money can go in for,
Jessel has been footing the bill on a lot of it,
Yeah.
including the website, which was close to $2,000. And, she says she just can't do that.
understood.
So there's two ways that have been discussed to get money. One is getting sponsors, which makes sense to me.
Yeah.
And the other is charging individuals if you want to be on their calendar, which I think is a poor idea. But it's a group, and so however they're going to work it out. Those seem to be the two ideas that are floating now. American Canyon, TDID pledged $2,000 to the Mustard Celebration in 2025. So that got everybody excited, and now everybody's after TDID money. I don't know, Sam, it seems to me like we're kind of full up on asks to TDID, but let's see what bubbles up in all of this conversation.
Thank you. I was just, since I wasn't able to be at that meeting, I was out of town, I wanted to understand. So obviously, it just needs a little bit of finesse and love, and we'll keep going, because it seems like it's been successful.
I think it has been, and growing, and we need to get together with Whitney on the kickoff, which everything's after Art Sip and Stroll, we're going to be going, oh,
Understandably so.
I know. We got time.
Just get through this, please.
Really, that's true. So anyway, Art Sip and Stroll, Sam, do we have a number of people who have tasting packages?
The last I checked was this morning, and we had sold 304. So
384?
304.
304.
Yeah. So we keep seeing jumps. So when something hits media, like the article or the ad yesterday, we see a jump. So I tried to go back and compare where we are with sales last year, and unfortunately, because we've changed registration systems, I cannot no longer access that information. But I'm going to try a different way. But I feel pretty confident. I think, whatever we have the day of, I'm pretty confident we're going to sell. So we're continuing to push that. All of the artists have received their booth assignments, and we finished up all the contracts with the rental company, and then all of the musicians are confirmed and contracts in hand. Right now it's just kind of down to the day-to-day long check-off list of things. So I do currently need one nonprofit to pour for Hill Family, and I'm having a hard time finding somebody. So if you know anybody, let me know. We have the Napa Humane coming, but I've reached out to the other contacts from previous years, and I'm not getting anybody. So
Does it have to be a nonprofit? Or?
it doesn't have to, but that's kind of how we pitch it. So hopefully we can get somebody. What was I going to say?
Excuse me, Sam. Sam, has anyone asked, news, Napa Emergency Women's Services?
I haven't. No, I was kind of putting a list together. I was hoping that one from previous years would work out, so I can reach out to them.
Or maybe Firewise?
Yeah, they poured in the past and they didn't respond, unfortunately.
Okay.
But I will.
Here, it's called Families United Up Valley, a nonprofit. That's
Never heard of them.
You haven't heard of them?
No.
I'll send the information.
Okay, great. Yeah, it's just good exposure for them, and they don't really have to, do a whole lot except show up. So, otherwise, I think we're in good shape. It's just a lot. We have a lot on. I have a lot on my plate. So maybe just caution that if it's not something that needs to happen before the next 2 weeks, just maybe hold off on it. I think it's just all converging, and I still don't have a person in the open position that we have. So hopefully that'll happen soon. But everything, I feel like we're in really good shape. I'm not really worried about some of the marketing blips. I think that the amount of outreach that we give this event and the artists is pretty substantial. So, and I think back to, previous years, and every year we just do more and more marketing. And this year is no different. I think, and a lot of the things are not things we budgeted for marketing wise. They've just occurred, and they've been fairly far reaching. So I feel really confident about that. The weather is tracking to be great, which is lovely. And all of our partnerships with the estate Yountville have worked out really well. So I'm confident that it's going to be a great event.
One question I had, Sam, because I know when we met before, you hadn't yet figured out the placement of all the music. When you do, can you share that with me so I know who's where and when?
Yep, I have that done today.
Perfect.
So,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, you and I, we've been in all the meetings, Sam, so if there's anything you need us to
Yeah.
run down,
Right.
are the artists barking at you, or are they?
No, we had a couple of things, nothing I couldn't navigate, but, some of the newer artists, I think, obviously have a lot more hesitancy because they haven't been here before, so it's a lot of questions from a couple of the new artists. But otherwise, I think it's all just going to be perfect.
Well, don't hesitate.
Yeah, I won't. Thank you.
Okay. So I have rack cards. Does anybody want any or need any?
Yeah.
We have more
Yeah,
as well.
I'll take some.
And the other thing I have for you are signed posters.
Ooh.
Right?
Oh, cool.
I'll just split
Oh,
these
wow,
with you.
Rhonda.
How's that? Is that good?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Actually, give me that.
So,
I tried to make
Yes,
them about the
please.
same, but okay.
It's tough to do.
Okay.
Thank you. This will do me fine.
silver pen's a good use. I did.
Look at how pretty. Yeah. Look at how beautiful. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, you have a question about Art Sip and Stroll?
Super cool. I love it. I love
Oh, got it. Okay.
I love it.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yep.
You know where they're in.
Yeah. Yeah, they turned out great, though.
And do you have some more rack cards, Rhonda?
Oh, here. take some of these.
If you need more, we have a lot at the front desk at Community
Oh, okay.
Center as well. Just stop
We're going to
by.
need a swag bag for all this stuff today from the meeting, the hearts and the posters.
Thank you.
I have a bunch more I can bring.
Thank you.
Anything more on arts and control? Any staff informational reports, Sam?
I did just want to mention, and Hillary will be following up as well as I will with people's interest, but I think we have 4 commissioners that will be coming up for renewal or a reapplication in July. So I'll be reaching out just to check in and touch base on your interest before we move forward with that process. So,
Are we going to be interviewed again?
Can you weigh in on how the process is now?
Town Council did approve a new process for applicant interviews in August, and if the number of vacancies equals the number of applicants, the interview process can be waived.
Oh, goody.
However, if the number exceeds the number of vacancies, interviews will take place.
Got it, okay, that makes sense.
And the reason for my question is the interviews tend to be given to us a day before we have to be there, which is hard. So if we could get at least a couple weeks' notice.
I intend on providing ample notice, and
Okay, great.
it will most likely be scheduled on a Tuesday prior to a council meeting, so we will work with your flexibility and let you know well in advance.
Okay.
So
that's
now in
good.
August rather than July? Oh, I'm
Interviews
sorry, I
would-
thought you said August.
I think the decision was in August to revamp the,
Because the meetings
Yes,
were usually in July.
the town council handbook was adopted in August, but we'll want to fill these positions before then. Yeah, so that will be in June, because there may
I don't think they
be-
expire till the end of July, so if we do interviews, there's only one meeting in July. We have to
Yeah.
back up the calendar a little bit.
We
but,
do.
Yeah.
And I think it's Noel and me.
And probably.
and me.
And,
Nope.
and
Jay and Jeffrey,
and
I
me,
think.
yeah.
I think it's Jeffrey, PJ,
Yeah.
Noel, and Rhonda, if
I
I'm
can't
not
believe
mistaken.
it's already been 2 years. It's like it
Right.
flew by.
And
Well, I hope it's.
we'll be submitting information, I mean, an application, basically?
The application form that's in our system.
And do you
correct.
have any idea when those are due, or?
I plan on opening the recruitment mid-May,
Okay,
and we will have a 30-day recruitment window.
okay, great, thank you.
So the interviews will not be prior to the middle of June. They'll be starting around then?
I was thinking the last meeting in June or the first meeting in July.
Thank you.
No,
And keep in mind the holiday, too, 4th of July holiday.
Yeah.
When a lot of people,
I think we'll probably interview in July.
we'll keep you updated.
Yeah, please, and
That's
just give us
fair.
enough notice would be
We'll
helpful.
keep you updated.
Great,
Our
thank you.
last meeting in August and the first meeting in September are canceled based on the adopted calendar. Potentially. Potentially.
All right,
That
thank
was it for me.
you. Thanks, Sam.
Thursday.
So are there any commissioner reports or comments?
Many places.
I just wanted to point out how good Sam is to us by always giving us, giving us that, really. You know,
Yeah, I saw that, that's lovely.
It is, it really is. And we had Andrea's show and all that, so I know it takes a lot of work on top of everything else. Sam does this, so thank you. Thank you. Okay. Is there anything else this afternoon?
May I make a motion to
Please.
adjourn?
I'll second it.
Thank you. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any noes? Motion carries. All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.